we're live. Oh, wow. Hello. Only 6 minutes late. That's okay. We were very tight trying to finish off The Mandalorian this week because it is Wednesday, my dudes. And obviously, I was watching Mando because I kind of like those Star Wars movies. When do you say films and when do you say movies? I never know. I feel like it's just a lot of assholes who say films. Oh, the Star Wars films. They're so specific and wonderful. When do you say film versus
Great
movie?
works of art.
When do you say film
A
versus
film
movie?
is a piece of art. A movie is just something you go see. That's the difference. Because only a pretentious person who considers movies art would call it a film instead. It's not a movie, it's a film if it's art. It's by Hitchcock.
So it's just the same, just the assholes say it?
Yeah.
That's what I was kind of getting at.
Or like art film, Like
art film?
It's
What's
a
an art
film
film? Like a Serbian film? Well, we're here. Hopefully we're live everywhere. We're on Twitch, YouTube, the Facebooks.
Make sure they can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear me. It's fine. We're not having a hearing issue right now. Denise will let us know if we're having another hearing issue. We're back with Real Vodka. Did we have a stream last week? I don't remember. I feel like I don't remember if I did a stream. That's very awkward. Yeah, what do I gotta say? There's like some legal stuff I gotta say. My views are my own, something like that. I don't remember the rest. Yes, we have audio. Good. Denise, let us know. Pull up the standard things. So today, the mystery word, or if you can donate to Wolf Dog Hot Dogs, hopefully that is in the description. I don't remember. I did a lot of copying and pasting. And heads up, I am exhausted. I went to sleep at 3 a.m. last night and woke up just shy of 9 and, got on my laptop and started doing my job because I work from home. It's fucking amazing. Anybody who doesn't think working from home is a valuable thing is stupid. So these are the mystery things. You guessed the mystery word. It's an aquatic animal this week. I know that's very vague. And it's on purpose a little more complicated. So Denise is probably racking her mind trying to get the 4th week in a row of guessing it, which would be impressive. And then I'll do one of the challenges. So I'll roll a dice. You'll see a number first, then I got to roll again because the Google thing automatically rolls even before you can share the screen. It's very dumb and annoying. But, they have a very easy thing. You just Google, roll an 8-sided dice, and it rolls an 8-sided dice. Despite the fact that I probably have an 8-sided dice somewhere in this house. Just it's maybe still packed from my last move because I'm still perpetually moving forever. This week we're building an Indiana Jones set. So it's an Indiana Jones set that I've already built most of. It's actually upstairs. So that's slightly embarrassing. We'll just start building it without it. And it's great because Indiana Jones means that I can make a lot of silly references and talk about Indiana Jones facts because I'm honestly a very big Indiana Jones fan, which I will start this off by telling everybody that Indiana Jones is just American James Bond. Think about it for a second. It's literally it. I know. It's mind-blowing. Nobody's ever ready for it. I got a bag of lemons. And I think this week I should probably pound a shot first thing just for Michael because he guessed the word and I had no hard liquor in the house. But first I'm going to make myself a cheeky little drink because it's a quick build after dark. For legal reasons, this is not actually vodka. And obviously I have a meeting after this, so I shouldn't go too nuts on this. But who knows? Maybe I'll go super nuts and then I'll be very useless during the Torlug meeting. Doesn't matter. I'm not president anymore. Y'all could rot for all I give a fuck. Okay, I obviously don't mean that. I always care a lot about the Torlug people and being a good member of the Torlug community and making sure that everything gets done. And also being the director of fun for Torlug and the director of fun for Bricks in the Six, a LEGO fan convention held in beautiful Toronto, Ontario from July 20th to 23rd. Tickets are available at bricksinthe6.ca website. Check it out. We're going to have a lot of guest people there featuring Lego masters like Nick Delamora, Torlug member Nick Delamora, who I wish I did this and he just popped into the frame. But the problem with Nick is that we're both very high energy people. So that would probably be a terrible stream because we would get on such crazy tangents and not really be talking to each other, just talking to the screen. And it would probably get fucking ridiculous and stupid. There'll also be other Lego Masters there with unconfirmed somebody's name who rhymes with Pizzolulio, who is possibly going to make it if they can get a passport in time. Another person is going to be there. Their name rhymes with Lemily Ellis. That could be fun if they're get there. There's a bunch of other people, like Yo-Yo Firebricks officially announced that they're coming, so that's fine. I can talk about them. I've never watched Lego Masters, so I'm trying very hard to rack my brain and figure out what names got said to me. Stephen Jew? Shit, I don't know if I was supposed to say the name. That should have rhymed with Mevin Who. There we go. And then somebody named something, it rhymes with trash. There you go. If you have watched the Lego Masters, hopefully all of those words mean something. And that means you're going to come to Bricks in the Six. It's going to be a fun time for all. BricksInTheSix.ca, whatever. Donate money to, honestly, Creations for Charity or Wolf Dog Hot Dogs, whatever. Give me proof of that, and I'll roll the dice and I'll do one of the punishments. I know that Michael is still waiting for me to get wet socks again because he is a psychopath. Very rude. Wet socks may be the worst one on there, and I've almost removed it multiple times. Okay, this is the shot for Michael. I don't actually know if he's here, so we're actually going to wait. When Michael tells me to take this shot, Michael Chan, of course, I will take this shot, and that's how it's going to work. So I'll just gently place the shot right here on, maybe I shouldn't put liquids on that. I think that's actually Studgate in that box, and I don't have room to build Studgate, so it's going to stay in that box for a while. I'm very sad about it, but one day we're going to build it. Okay, get started. Indiana Jones. So I love Indiana Jones mainly because I got to watch them with my dad, and that was some of the good time that I had with my dad watching Indiana Jones. And funny enough, my mom is now watching Quick Build After Dark. Welcome, mother. So I do love Indiana Jones because it's one of the good memories I have of watching movies with my dad. Because for the most part, if I watch movies with my dad, it was something psychopathic for a child of my age to be watching. That being said, I remember watching The Godfather when I was 7. I don't know what happens in The Godfather. I know it's terrifying. I haven't watched it since. But yeah, that was the normal kind of movie we would watch, or James Bond together. But every once in a while, we watch Indiana Jones, and it would actually be appropriate and fun, and would make sense for a 6 or 7-year-old to be watching. And I love Indiana Jones. There is a little more mature stuff. When I watch it now, I'm like, wow, I'm glad I didn't know about some of this. That being said, James Bond, holy shit. I had no idea that James Bond was as inappropriate as James Bond gets. Damn. Especially like Roger Moore stuff. Wow. Wow, and grossly offensive, and probably a little racist in a lot of this. But, you know, Indiana Jones, not much better. There's a bit of stuff happening. You know, he's stealing an idol. This is the Temple of the Golden Idol. The box should be up here, but right now we just have the Avatar selection of stuff. These will be on display at Anime North with the Torlug booth. Very excited for that. But this is the Temple of the Golden Idol, and Indiana Jones is stealing a sacred idol from the Jovitos tribe. I don't actually remember where they are. I think they're in Panama. Maybe Chile. They're somewhere in Central or Southern America. He's stealing from a native tribe. Yeah, like Mel Brooks would say, you might be a colonizer. Oop. We're going to spill bricks everywhere. So this set has been interesting because I've already built the ball that rolls in Indiana Jones Classic. There's the door that he leaves his whip behind and pulls out at the last second. Although it's funny because if you see that parodied somewhere else, it's his hat. Which is funny because like the hat is the more distinctive part than the whip. Which is weird because you'd think a hat would be less distinctive than a whip. Like, who the fuck has a whip nowadays? Like, how many people have whips? Like a cowboy? That's American James Bond. through and through. But yeah, he gets his whip back from that gate. And then there's also the part where he swings, where Alfred Molina dies. Spoilers for a movie that came out in 1981. True, I forgot my mom, who is watching today, mi madre, is noting that we used to watch South Park together. But honestly, I don't think I was as scarred by South Park. I think South Park actually taught me a lot about social issues when James Bond just taught me how to be a ladies' man. And obviously that didn't really work out because look at me. But I guess I am married at however old I am. So maybe I am. But not like James Bond, obviously. Shit. This is a cool set, though, because it is one of the diorama displays, and it fits really nicely with the other diorama displays. I know the other two have so far been Star Wars. There's the trench run of Star Wars. There was the trash compactor for Star Wars. And I think there was a third, but I'm forgetting right this moment. And also there was Jurassic Park. So obviously they have a very distinct theme of people that they want to sell these kind of displays to. Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, and Star Wars are all really along the same thing. I'd be shocked, like honestly very shocked, if we don't see a DeLorean at some point. Like driving through the street with the fire behind it as a diorama, and probably a quote from like Christopher Lloyd or Michael J. Fox, obviously. And you know what? This is the new format of Quick Build After Dark, so I will not be making a Michael J. Fox joke. But just imagine it now, a horribly offensive Michael J. Fox joke. Give yourself a little chuckle or be offended, you know, albeit whichever way you want to go with that. And, you know, moment of silence for old Quick Build After Dark, where I would have just said it. And I probably said it a lot. Probably really pushed that joke into the ground. But I think the best joke when it came to Michael J. Fox was in an episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm. I'm just going to retell you a joke from a TV show. So if you're not entertained, that's fine. Where he brings a Coke to Larry David, the like main character of Curb Your Enthusiasm. And Larry David opens it and explodes. And Larry David's like, oh. That's the face he always makes. That's how he reacts. And Michael J. Fox goes, Parkinson's? And it's fucking amazing because it's so out of the left field. And it's like, it's Michael J. Fox making the joke about himself. So I guess that makes it more okay. It's also amazing that when you watch Indiana Jones, you see Alfred Molina. If you don't know, Alfred Molina is also Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2, and also in the recent Spider-Man Far From Home. And also if you watch Solar Opposites, he's the Duke. He's really just an incredible actor. He has a very distinct voice. Look him up if you don't know who Alfred Molina is. If I remember correctly, too, he's also half South American. So maybe I've latched onto him a little just because I'm also half South American. It's kind of hard to find very specific representation. So when you find it, you latch onto it. Like Poe Dameron being a Hispanic pilot. I love it. I've flown a lot. It's a lot of fun. I definitely like being represented in that way. Ooh. Write that one down, Tucker Carlson. Which is funny because, like, I feel like Tucker Carlson is honestly an underrated comedian. If you look at everything that Tucker Carlson has released, underrated comedian. It's all like, it's gotta be a joke. That's how crazy everything that dude says. And that's just how I believe it. So every time I see a clip of that dude, I'm like, man, that's a really funny social commentary. Thank you for stating that. So the Temple of the Golden Idol is the name of the set, which makes sense. The idol is golden. It's a temple. It has a few printed pieces. So, sorry, technical difficulties when I whip the piece across the room. So we've got close-up Joseph. This is Secret Joseph. We have these printed pieces that look like this. They go along the bottom of it. And then there's the skull pieces, which you use to activate all the little like play features that exist on a display piece, which is interesting because they're really well done play features. You would never guess that they are on a display piece because like they're a simple turn, something to play with. It does something quickly in front of you. and then they all reset from the same turn. It's a really awesome diorama because you can kind of play with it. And as we all know, the adults who buy Lego kind of build it, put it up on a shelf, and you go, wow, so pretty. Look at that pretty ship. And that's it. So with a very simple play features on a diorama that even an adult could enjoy, I'm very impressed. And once again, we still have a shot sitting here. That is Michael Chan's shot. When Michael Chan tells me to take that shot, I will be taking it because last week we did not have hard liquor on hand. We actually really didn't have a lot of liquor on hand. That is because Quick Build After Dark is slowly moving away from alcohol. Hopefully people will still enjoy it after that. So far, I've been doing these pretty sober, and we've had a bit of enjoyment, so that's a lot better than normal. Normally, people have no enjoyment when they come to this. And I'm sure Denise is going to try to guess the mystery word very soon. Once again, the mystery word is an animal that lives in the ocean, which is actually kind of a vague way to write that. It's a little more complicated than that. I wanted to make it a little harder for Denise, who has been guessing it every week in a row. But when that happens, then we have to roll the dice. Look at the branding real quick. Look at that beautiful branding. We're going to roll the dice, and then I have to torture myself because I'm a bit of a masochist, I assume. And also, I think that's just a thing live streams do. It's the make you suffer. And since I'm already making you all suffer because you have to watch this, well, you don't have to. You can leave anytime. Maybe don't leave, though. We want you here. We, as in me, want you here. The royal we would like you to stay for the entire stream because it is only an hour now. There are no longer 2 whole hours of whatever the fuck this is supposed to be. And honestly, it's been a lot more fun to do just an hour. Because before it was 2 hours and then it extended, and then this is the moment where I talk about old Quick Build After Dark and how, you know, everything has to adapt at some point, and Quick Build After Dark did adapt at some point. Now, if only the guy who makes it could just learn how to do that. Boom, self-roast. Those are rare. Oh, man. I kind of hate building the dioramas, though, because there's a lot of just, like, base to everything before you get to any real cool builds. This one does have some early bits where there's a little bit of the teeth showing up already for the, like, little, like, mummy faces, the masks. So you do that very early, and then later on you'll add eyes to it. So there is a bit of that, but overall a lot of these are kind of like the technical requirements. So as you all know, Technic is a big part of getting mechanisms to really look good. So far, the Technic in the set has been amazing. I wish I could show you it, but Quick Build After Dark does not abide by those rules. And I started building this the second I got it. Despite most likely having really intense food poisoning on Monday, I got through a few bags. I was impressed with myself. It just sucks because the whole day I was waiting to get this set. I got it from Toys R Us. It was for some reason weirdly marked cheaper than it should have been. And then I was able to use a discount that shouldn't have been available till April. And then also it had another discount on it that wasn't supposed to be possible for a set ending in a 4. So, you know, the planets did align, and I got one of my favorite things. Denise has a good question. Do I want a specific aquatic animal name or like a whale? So it's a little more complicated. I don't need the name of a specific animal. I kind of need a species of animal that lives in the ocean. And I won't give examples of that because I think that will give it away too much. But it's one of those questions where it's both easy and really hard, which hopefully you'll agree with when it gets guessed. My power just flicked on and off. Hopefully it's not thunderstorming again. Luckily, I think the stream can continue with no power. It's just you won't be able to see me, but you'll hear me, and you'll get exactly the amount of light that can come off 2 laptops. Because my internet is on an uninterruptible power source. I know, pat myself on the back. It was such a good idea. That lasts like 8 hours if it goes down. So I could finish a whole workday with no power. Even though I know my boss would literally just say, take the day off, who fucking cares? Because my boss likes me right now. Which means in a few days or months, maybe he might change his mind about that. Maybe he'll figure out who I am and go, never mind. But currently, very nice, very happy with my current job. I know, like, actually some of my coworkers will watch the stream from time to time. It is weird, though, that now we've added streaming on Twitch, so the numbers aren't exactly accurate of who's watching and when. But I think that's a nice thing, because I would watch the numbers a little too closely and see, like, oh, look, we got 5 now, we got 4 now, we got 20, and I would be like, ah! But now it's, like, a little less exact, and I probably think about it a lot less, and I used to bring it up all the time. Be like, oh, I crack a bad joke and we lose somebody, and I go, oh, I guess we lost that guy over that joke. Okay. Which, kind of funny. But unfortunately, the current political climate is making things a little harder for the funny people to be understood as being funny and not just being assholes. Which, you know, it's often funny how closely those kind of line up. You know, the am I being funny or am I just being an asshole? The lines get blurred from times to times. But as long as your intentions are good, that's what I think matters. And my intentions are always to be a silly goose and say some silly stuff. And hopefully at least one person laughs. But as I always say, the reason I do Quick Build After Dark is I would have been drinking and building a Lego set regardless. First word guess is coral. That's a very good guess, Denise. I kind of wish... Yeah, that is living. That is awesome. Okay, I wish it was coral. It's much less good as coral. And my understanding of the English language is much less gooder at the moment. We're still waiting for Michael Chan to show up. He's probably watching Mandalorian. Once he shows up, I will take my shot. That's an amazing guess, Denise. Now I'm annoyed that I didn't make it coral, because that is a living thing in the ocean. Okay, it's not saying coral is a plant specifically, because I know that gets weird sometimes. It's not a plant in the ocean. But it is very simple and very stupid. Which, unfortunately, actually, coral would have been a smart answer. The real answer, much dumber. And if you could see, there's a very large one right here. Anybody who works with me knows exactly what I'm talking about. It is a... Carol, you may guess again at your leisure. But it's very easy. It's just kind of stupid. Which I think makes it more fun in the end. Because everybody's going to be thinking like, oh, I need to give a good guess. Not a stupid guess. So, unfortunately, Denise, I know you're very smart. Be dumb. Channel your inner dumb. And then you'll get it. I'm actually really excited to see how this mechanism works, because what I'm building right now does not look like it makes any sense. Uh-oh. Oop, yep. Also, it doesn't help. I built it wrong. Okay. It is not fixed yet. Give me a sec. Working on it. We're trying to fix it. Okay. I was paying all the wrong attention. Technic is honestly very hard. I know I may be called quick build, and this seems to be very slow right now. So just bear with me as I try to speed it up. But Technic is hard. Anybody could tell you that Technic is very challenging to deal with. And they're right. So we're done another bag. And I'm going to try to get the printed pieces in the right position. And then I will show off how good these printed pieces look and how the LEGO group was really smart to use them in that way. Obviously, printing pieces is something that LEGO struggles to do from time to time just because it's really fucking expensive. and it's hard to do right, and you get a lot of failures. So here are the printed tiles, and here's the printed 2x2 tile. Very nice. They're normally in the set. They've been used to activate all the mechanisms. This one has an interesting mechanism. It looks like it's probably going to lift up the golden idol when Indy steals it. Which, as I will for some reason just do a bad Sean Connery impression, we named the dog Indiana. There you go. The dog. I actually don't. That was a terrible Scottish accent, but Sean Connery doesn't really sound Scottish, which is crazy considering, like, Scottish is probably the most distinct accent on earth. And half the time you hear it, you go, what the hell is that man saying? I literally have Lego coasters, and I'm drinking. I should put it on my Lego coasters. Quick Build After Dark. Like, entertainment value with coasters. I got a Lego shirt. I'm wearing Lego shoes, actually. I just got some new Lego shoes. I got 2 pairs of Lego shoes because they were both in my cart. They said, like, oh, these are the last ones available. And I submitted to the peer pressure and spent money. But my other Lego shoes were $200. These were only $100 a piece. So, you know, tomato, tomato. Boom. Let's go to the next bag. Ooh, listen to that audio texture. Don't you love hearing audio texture like that? Unfortunately, like, the problem with Lego streams is getting the audio good when you're searching through a bin of parts or opening bags of parts. Like, you'll notice a lot of these types of videos will be terrible because of that. What's the worst is sometimes Lego doesn't quite crease the bags enough that you can rip them easily. So what I find is if one side isn't ripping that good, you can turn it around and rip it. But for some reason, my idiot monkey brain makes me go, no, I need my teeth for this. Don't use your teeth. Teeth are a lot more money than Lego. Save your money on your teeth and spend it on Lego instead. Don't hurt your teeth on Lego bags. Although my mom always told me not to bite Lego because it would ruin my teeth. She was wrong in that sense. It didn't ruin my teeth, but it ruined so many very expensive Lego pieces that now I find, like, one from my childhood collection. I go, wow, this figure looks fucked. And I go and check how much money is it on Bricklink. And I see a $300 figure and I go, wow, I should have listened to my mom clearly. Clearly I messed up on that front. So that's a lesson to all you children out there. Hopefully there are no children watching Quick Build After Dark, but listen to your moms. Generally, they're smarter than you and know better. I know it's very tough. You don't think they're smarter or better than you, but then you start experiencing life and you go, wow, yeah, they are better than me. Especially because I have no plans to have children. And my mom's better than me and had 4 of them. Weird. Weird indeed. I'm very jealous. I wish I was smarter like that. But I guess, you know, every lesson you learn is with age. My mom had me when she was a little older than most moms. So I had a very smart mom my whole life and didn't really understand or respect that. But luckily I know that now and she's not, you know, deceased. I'm sure there's a lot of people that figure that one out and they're like, oh, but they're dead. And you know what? That sucks. Not finding proper closure sucks. Take it up with our sponsor, BetterHelp. That's BetterHelp.com. BetterHelp.com. They're sponsoring this, BetterHelp.com. They do not offer any services. Man, I wish I could get a sponsored by BetterHelp, the real website. Because I feel like that would be awesome. But the problem is people need to watch this. And unfortunately, the show is so unwatchable that we'll never get a sponsor. We'll never build up an audience and have a sponsor. But you know what? You got to be ready for some disappointment in life. And as long as this is the maximum level of the disappointment I experience in life, I'll be fine, guys. Like, I'll be fine. I am independently wealthy. Okay, no, that's a Dave Chappelle joke that I just stole. And also, it's kind of shitty because he was basically being like, "Oh yeah, trans people hate me because I keep shitting on trans people." Which honestly, he has some amazing jokes. Dave Chappelle is truly an artist and knows exactly what he's doing with everything. Even the people who are upset about it, it's like, how can you not understand how just goofy some of this shit is? But he reassured people that he's just independently wealthy, so he doesn't give a shit what you think about him. Oh, I wish I had a brick remover right now. And it was funny. There you go. I retold somebody else's joke. Obviously, that's a good way to do things. And that special with Dave Chappelle was not a very good one. Because it was like here's me letting loose. And everybody went, you weren't already letting loose? And his letting loose was weirdly tamer when he wasn't letting loose. Weird. Okay. But like Dave Chappelle, like I guess if you go back and watch Chappelle's show, it is wildly different than what you can see in his specials and other stuff that he's written or been involved with. Because Chappelle's show is it's so fucking funny, but it's so like it rides a line even for when it came out, and it rides much more lines now. That's the nicest way I can put that. Let's move on. We're still building Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Golden Skull, Golden Idol, which is a cool piece. I think it's the exact same mold as when the set came out last time. The set was very different. It had pretty much the whole run. It had the ball and everything, but it's not quite as cool as this one because it's not the diorama. I wish I had it out to compare today. Maybe one day I'll be able to make those videos again when I have some more shelf space and can actually pull out sets, or have a back catalog of sets I can pull out and make a video, whatever. That would be fun. I feel like maybe that could get views. The mechanisms are so far pretty similar. That other one had some more like basic things. Like, mind you, these sets came out, wow, like 16 years ago. Almost as long as the last Indiana Jones came out, which Indiana Jones that came out in 2008, I believe, was a movie that came out. And we try to forget about it. Honestly, every time I remember Indiana Jones, I think of 3 movies. Sorry, Cate Blanchett. Cate Blanchett. Is it Cate Blanchett? Sorry, Cate Blanchett, but the movie that you're in, I don't really regard as a real movie. If you're watching right now, my apologies. Love you and everything else. But what I do love about it is because of her and Satipo, who is Alfred Molina, also Doc Ock in the second Spider-Man movie, there are 2 more people who are in the Lego Actors case. So I have a case of figures where if you're an actor that's played 2 different characters that became a Lego figure, you go in the case. And it's pretty sweet to have Irina Spalko from Indiana Jones 4. Only reason I remember that name is because it's Cate Blanchett. And she also plays Hela. And I believe she does have a 3rd figure, which I may be blanking on. Kind of similar to, I guess it's not similar because Christopher Lee technically has 2 official figures. That's Saruman and Count Dooku. Count Dooku. And those are 2 great figures because Saruman and Count Dooku use the exact same head. And it's awesome because, they're both Christopher Lee. But then Lego has produced so many generic vampires and Draculas that I had to just include Dracula because Christopher Lee is the original Dracula. When you think of Dracula, you should think Christopher Lee. Go back and watch some of that. Anemone. It's not a plant, Denise. Not a plant. Although anemones I know are another debate when it comes to coral and stuff. It's not a plant-like thing. It's more like a rare subspecies of manticore. Although it's not rare, it's a very common thing. Like I said, you got to think stupid. An enemy is smart because it's with fronds like these. I can't have an enemy. An enemies. Honestly, I can't tell that joke because of Finding Nemo. I feel like before Finding Nemo, if I was, younger and did comedy back then, and yeah, Time Machine and Impossible Standards, I probably would have been able to tell that joke before Finding Nemo. Now that I've watched Finding Nemo, it's gone. It's just gone. Ooh, first sticker. Wow. For a set that has 14 stickers. Okay, not that bad. So let's say 20 stickers. About 15 are in the last, 4 bags. Kind of funny, but it's because they put a bunch of heads. And it's funny because a lot of these heads, there's one that's just a Lego figures head. Fucking awesome. One's like one of the classic native people headdresses that Lego had in the Pirates theme. Pretty cool to, bring it back to that. And also make it kind of tamer. And I'm sure there's a ton of other references in here that are amazing to people. So it is kind of cute that they did that. And they definitely couldn't do that with printed bricks. So, bit of respect, Lego Group, despite me being a little about it. On an enemy. I'm going to take a minute to mute. I need to go find the rest of the set. I will put up the bathroom banner, which we haven't used in a long time. Let's see if it works with our new format. Okay, that one doesn't work. There we go. Also, Michael Chan, when you got here, remind me to take my shot that I owe you from last week. Oh, fuck. I've got the mute before I walked away. That guy who was like, his girlfriend went, "Oh, the basketball game's on." Turned on his basketball and then fucked off for 4 hours. Come say hi to the audience. Okay. Oh, we're back. Okay. Wow, we got a lot of viewers while I was gone. Okay. Rude. You guys could have shown up when I wasn't here. Oh shit. I tried to grab that Lego piece like it was my mouse, because I used to use a different mouse. Oh, we're gonna get rid of the branding. Go back to the comments. I'm gonna burp apparently. And we had to stream Secret Joseph. So far this is what the build looks like. It's very cool. There's Belloc and a random Pavitos Tribes person. Weird that Lego went for that one. Also, where the fuck is the Temple of Doom set? Where the fuck is the Temple of Doom set? Let's remind everybody. You didn't want the chair stream, Wes? Come on. Okay, so here at the entrance, we got the ball. Boom. Pretty cool mechanism. You can reset it with this. You just... fucking awesome. I think it's really cool. This one here opens this door here that you can't really see from the front, but it's the same door that the whip falls under. It also goes both ways, just like a bisexual. And stealing Family Guy jokes. That's where we are. Then this one makes the Tipo swing. Look at that. How cute is that? Okay, let's continue building the set. That's what the set looks like currently. I'm very happy with it. Like I said, I'm a big Indiana Jones fan. If the 4 people who have joined are Michael Chan, let me know. I have a shot I owe you from last week, yada yada. If you make a donation to Creations for Charity or to the GoFundMe of Wolf Dog Hot Dog, which is hopefully linked somewhere. I don't know if I linked it today. Embarrassing. I will roll the dice and I'll do one of the punishments. List of punishments. Woo. I'll roll an 8-sided dice. I'll do one of these. Just to quickly go through them, there's a shot of hot sauce, finished drink, shot of vinegar, pickleback shot, which I don't mind. I like that one. The worst one of all, wet socks. That means I just pour water on my socks. And I do the rest of the stream with wet socks. It is terrible. Why the fuck did I put it there? 6 is say the alphabet backwards. That one took like 10 minutes last time, so let's hopefully not get that one. There's take a shot, which is just a shot of vodka. That's the one that I got last week that I owe Michael Chan. Michael Chan needs to tell me, so I take it in front of him, blah, 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 blah. And then 8 is eat a spoonful of flour. I really, really hope I don't get that one ever. That one sounds worse than Wet Socks. Oh, I didn't turn it off. Sorry. There we go. I know the branding covered everything. Barrel roll. Wes, I assure you. Here, I'll pop that up. I assure you that if I had the room to do a barrel roll, I would definitely add that to the thing. But the problem is that you see this room here, which, Wes, you've been in this room. You know that if I roll my chair back to here, I hit the back of the thing. So that's about a foot. If I try to do a barrel roll, fucking, there's glass shelves. There's glass shelves. Okay, let's leave it at that. But if we had room, we'll do that. Maybe in a cottage stream we could add that. There will be a cottage stream one day. It depends when Nicole and I go to the cottage. Nicole knows that what happens is if we go to the cottage and she's on a stream, she needs to be in the actual episode. It's actually my secret ability to keep her from going to the cottage because that's how much she doesn't want to be in Quick Build After Dark some days. But we'll get her back. She's honestly a fan favorite here. And it's sad that New Quick Build has not experienced that much Nicole yet. But maybe one day. The thing is, I think my wife likes any chance to just get away from me for a few minutes. Because, like I always tell people, if you meet me in person, this isn't live stream personality. This is just me. I can talk like this forever. There's Drunk Lily. Drunk Lily has arrived. Our favorite drunk person from down under who is obviously never drunk because it's like 2 p.m. for her. And why would she waste time watching this? We ask that every time. Why would they ask? My bad. Still working on that stuff, you know. Sometimes you see a female name and you assume her. It's very rude of me. Very rude. I'm sure in this case it's fine, but it's 10 a.m. for Drunk Lily. Watching this at 10 a.m., that is unheard of. That is a fantastic feat of strength. The whole audience should be jealous of somebody who is willing to watch this at 10 a.m. Most people are barely willing to watch this at 8 p.m. Hey, Drunk Lily, I didn't want to assume that just because your name is Lily, that you're also a female. Oh, wait, no, I forgot. Every time I say female, I want to say it like a Ferengi. A female. You gotta chuckle after every time. You gotta go, oh. You gotta say it like you have fake teeth in your mouth. Sure, you gotta go like, female. So dumb. Yeah, Drunk Lily hops on before work, apparently, which is like a terrible thing. How do you get to work and people go, so what did you do? You go, so I watched some idiot Canadian dude drink while building an Indiana Jones set, which, once again, my apologies, Indiana Jones set box is not here right now. I already put it in storage, my bad. Normally it should be behind me so you know what's going on. I don't have to fill you in constantly. And Drunk Lily, you're Australian, so this is a different question for you. A lot of Canadians might not fully agree with this one. Is Indiana Jones just American James Bond? I almost wish I could play the Jeopardy theme. Like, I can do a parody of it, like do 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 boom 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 boom. Okay, that was actually shockingly all right. I'm gonna stop doing that because that was cringy as fuck. But weirdly a banger. I feel like a Jeopardy theme remix might be good. Which, to note, if you Google the Soviet Union anthem trap remix, it's shockingly a banger. Which, I will also mention this, like, so my grandpa would have beat my ass for saying this, but the Soviet Union anthem, weirdly a banger. You listen to that song and you're like, this is an anthem? Like, this is fucking good. This is good for a song. It's true that there are many Indiana Joneses. Fuck, I said the wrong one. It's true that there's a lot of James Bond, but I mean, like, just the character in general. Nothing to do with the actor. Just, like, on paper, if you wrote down James Bond, it'd be like, oh, suave British guy who sleeps with a ton of women and achieves missions or whatever for the Secret Service. When Indiana Jones is like suave ladies man who charms a lot of women and is an anthropologist who collects treasure to steal. One of them is British and clearly a colonizer. One of them steals from native people, clearly a colonizer. Exactly. There we go. Done and done. We hopefully will not have a DMCA takedown for my weird rendition of the Jeopardy theme, but I feel like it was kind of a banger. And that being said, I have consumed a lot of alcohol, so maybe my judgment's a little flawed. But who knows? Maybe all of our judgment's a little flawed. Oh, fuck. Is a little flawed. Okay. Trying to line up plates, which is kind of a challenge because I keep spinning this thing and forgetting where it's supposed to be. Because there's like a mechanism hidden in everything when it comes to Indiana Jones stuff, because it's like a fancy display that they want to sell to adults that they can kind of play with and live out their fantasies of being Indiana Jones, I guess. Being an elderly stoner. Oh shit, there's a whole section of this I just skipped. I was talking too much about the sticker and how excited I was to put like a fuck ton of stickers throughout this build, given that the last like 15 stickers out of 20 are in like the last 2 bags. Pretty intense, but a lot of cool little masks in there. I'm actually surprised none of them are a Bionicle mask. Because, like, I mean, that's classic Lego Bionicle. The theme that everybody loves. And there's nobody who hates it. Not like Galador. Which, once again, everybody loves Galador. There are no people who dislike Galador. Please don't come after me, Bionicle and Galador fans. I swear, I'm telling the truth. That wasn't forced out of me by fans that very intensely like specific things. You don't think he is? Wow, Drunk Lily. You disappointed me. I thought we had you here as our Australian point of reference to tell us how it is, but maybe my theory sucks. Bye, Wes. Have fun at work. Drunk Lily, it's funny because Wes works nights, so he probably works almost the same hours as you in Australia. Wes is another person who dresses like a Mandalorian. We met because we were both dressed as Mandalorians and obviously recognized that each other, yep, are huge fucking nerds. Drunk Lily kinda sees it. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take a kinda sees it versus a I don't think so. I'll take it. You gave in to peer pressure. Don't worry about it. It was totally worth it. Oh, shit, I literally keep turning back to the page, trying to complete it, getting distracted, and then going to the next page and going, oh, I fucking didn't complete it. I do, Drunk Lily, I have a full Mandalorian outfit. It's currently kind of shit, but I'm hoping to have it finished by May 28th for Anime North in beautiful Toronto, Ontario. Because my original version, it's not like the worst thing you've ever seen, but there's definitely been better ones. You should do a Bo-Katan. I actually just got my wife the Bo-Katan helmet for her birthday, which isn't actually till June, so I'm very early with birthday gifts because I hate having to figure out birthday gifts, and it was on like a deep sale, so I handed it to her right away. And then funny enough, today another birthday gift for her showed up because I found another one on sale. And so it's upstairs wrapped, and she actually won't get that one till her actual birthday. Or, if she has a bad day. Like, whenever you have a bad day, it never hurts to get a gift, right? Especially like a little treat for yourself. You should do it. You should be Bo-Katan, Lily. I would never bother trying to cosplay in Australia because, fuck. Like, I do cosplay here, and Ontario has, like, pretty warm summers. I'd say, like, really bad ones where it's, like, 30 degrees out. So for a Canadian, 30 degrees is a lot. To an Australian, you're probably sitting there going, 30 degrees, that's it? And the first day of Anime North last year, the AC was not working. So I would like put on the Mando outfit, I'd walk around a bit, then I'd take off the padding, and there would be like very distinct wet spots where all of the padding was touching me. Yeah, exactly. 30 degrees is a nice day for you. I think this specific day I'm talking about, it was 38. So maybe not that nice, but in general, the 30 degrees are like the days we're all kind of suffering. 38 was like, oh, fuck. Fan Expo Plus Play. Nailed it. It's funny, we have a Fan Expo here as well, which is August 28th in Toronto. And currently Torolek is the Toronto Lego user group, sorry, is currently trying to display at it. We're still in talks. I won't go more into how complicated talking to large organizations are, especially when you're not handling it yourself and you're talking through other people who tend to need reminders to, talk. I'm not gonna talk too much more on Torleg. Let's move on. 48. Someone like 48. Sorry, I clicked on every comment first. A lot of comments came in at once. That's new for us. Don't get a lot of viewers here. That's okay. I'm having fun. Hopefully, you guys are having fun too. I know, Denise, you definitely got your tickets because you love telling us about how much you love Fan Expo, and I love that for you. But hopefully, we will be there, and normally these conventions provide us with free tickets, so I'll be there all the days that it's possible to be at Anime North. Sorry, not Anime North, Fan Expo this time. Sorry, there's too many cons. Okay, that's pretty cool. Denise is meeting both Katie Sackhoff, who plays Bo-Katan, and Steve Amell, who plays Green Arrow, and whose brother plays the fire guy in Flash. If you want, Robbie Amell. It's probably Amell, like the Amel Pass. Amel, Robbie, whatever. It's a lot harder to read things and go, yeah, I know that. I know who that is, and that is exciting. I really would love to meet. Shit, what's his name? Yeah, Firestorm is the name of Robbie Amell. Fuck. Stop asking me. Stop telling me to say it. Yeah, there's somebody I want to meet one day. That would be amazing. It's the guy who played Constantine when they had that show for all of one season. And then he was in like an episode of Arrow. And then he voiced him in, I think it was Justice League Dark, the animated one. Fucking amazing. Oh, you've met Zachary Levi. I'm pretty sure, is Zachary Levi Canadian or they just film in Canada? Denise will know. Denise always knows this stuff. But yeah, I want to meet that guy. I think his name is it's not Matt Smith because that's the Doctor Who guy. It's like John Smith. It's something very generic. Oh yeah, Legends of Tomorrow did have him. Much better Constantine. Jeez. Much better Constantine than Keanu Reeves, which I love Keanu Reeves, but this guy's awesome. John Smith? That is exciting. I would love to meet Katie Sackhoff. Oh my god, your dad met Tom Baker. Okay, that's fucking cool. Since I'm a really big Star Wars fan, yeah, Tom Baker is the one in the middle and the fourth Doctor, obviously. The guy with the scarf, if you weren't aware, I actually own one of the 12-foot scarves. Very cozy in the winter. Very fucking cozy in the winter to have a 12-foot scarf. Because you can just go and go and go, and then you're fucking bundled. So, honestly, aside from that, just being a cool scarf, nice to have that. Denise, you liked meeting William Shatner? Ooh, I ran into William Shatner while working at a very fancy hotel. And, while working in the service industry, there's only sometimes you feel like a servant. And I'll say this much. That man made me feel like a fucking servant. I'm glad that he was nice to you, though. And I'm a little jealous, actually. I wish he was nicer to me, but I assume as a celebrity, it's probably hard to be on all the time and being nice to everybody. So, kind of understand it. I just don't understand. That guy loves blocking people on Twitter, which is exactly what I do. So, maybe I get it now. Shit, I missed a bunch of instructions, guys. He done got me fucked up. Okay, it's not that hard. I didn't miss that much, but I was very focused on telling you about William Shatner being kind of rude to me once. It's okay, though. Like I said, you can't be on all the time, and I'm sure as a fucking celebrity that's, as beloved as William Shatner, it must suck to have a bunch of asshole nerds coming up to you constantly going, "Aren't you Captain Spock?" or whatever the fuck people say. I don't really know. I have watched a ton of Star Trek. I've watched every Star Trek. Probably episode ever released of any Star Trek. I know Enterprise was a slog to get through. Damn, Scott Bakula. Way to ruin the series. William did shat on me. Oh, I bet Elijah would be great to meet. Elijah would be great to meet. That guy just seems to really just enjoy what he's doing. I feel like that dude who plays Harry Potter would also similarly be like pretty pumped about shit, especially because he's like pretty understanding of like, yeah, the only reason I have any money is because I got the Harry Potter role. Because like I wouldn't have made it as an actor. Let's I've read Who I Met of the Elijah Wood. There's Elijah Wood, the Harry Potter guy, Daniel Radcliffe, and there's a third one that I always kind of lump them all together that I met. Michael Cera, that's the guy I met, who was incredibly polite and nice. Like, I will never get over meeting Michael Cera because he's just so polite to me and so understanding. And like, when I was bringing him a drink, I literally just dropped it. It exploded everywhere. I had to go get him a new one. And he tipped me incredibly well. Like, I was only a bar back at the time, and he handed me, I think it was like $300. And then he still tipped his bartender really well. It was fucking amazing. Very nice guy. Didn't get to talk to him much. But I also love bragging at the place I worked at one time. Like, just think of all the heavyweight Maple Leaf people who have been on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Sorry, Drunk Lily, you're not going to understand this. The Toronto Maple Leafs is the local hockey team. There's a bunch of big names. There's like Matt Sundin, Vin Diesel, Daryl Sittler. Okay, Daryl Sittler actually wasn't there. There were a bunch of the big Leaf guys all at a table, and I was serving them. And literally one of them was like, "Do you know who we are?" And I was like, no. The bartender said you're hockey players. And like, just the main dude started to laugh. He was like, "Yeah, we're hockey players." And, I just continued my night. And then finally, my brother-in-law, who was the bartender at the time, was like, "Do you fucking know who those people are? Those are like the all-time Leaf players. And they're just here together at the bar." Pretty funny. And then I think another story I've told a ton of times is Bob Dylan was staying at our hotel. Bob Dylan. Yeah. That's the guy, Bob Dylan was at my hotel. And I knew this, so I told my manager, "Hey, if Bob Dylan comes down here," we're a little askew. Sorry, everybody. "If Bob Dylan comes down here, you need to move me to the front of the restaurant. Get rid of me. I will not be a professional near Bob Dylan." So later in that night, my manager, Duncan, that was his name. Fun fact, I'm not going to hide his name or anything. It's actually Duncan McDonald. Crazy name. Sure, there's a ton of them, so it doesn't matter. He said to me, "Hey, Joseph, I need you in the front bar." And I looked at him and went, "Why do you need me in the front bar, Duncan?" And he said, "No reason. Just get up there." And I went, "Oh, Bob Dylan's here. Yes, I will be leaving now." I'm pretty sure if I saw Bob Dylan, I play the banjo. Obviously, I'm a big folk fan. I think I would have shit myself if I saw Bob Dylan show up. That being said, let's move on to Denise's comment. Daryl Sittler's brother owns a restaurant in Northern Ontario and you've eaten there. That's cool. I'm going to say something a little funny to follow that up and destroy it, Denise. Daryl Sittler is a family friend. I met him several times. Very nice guy. Very awesome wife. Her name's Luba. I probably shouldn't have shared that in a live stream. It's a good thing nobody watches this. Sorry, Drunk Lily. Daryl Sittler is probably one of the most famous players in the NHL. He's the dude who I think was 10 goals in a game and 10 assists. I don't actually remember. I'm not a hockey fan at all. I know. I'm a bad Canadian. I think maybe I should play another game, which is the bad Canadian alarm, which I've just pulled a bad Canadian move. Let's see if we can make this happen. Okay. We'll see if that comes to fruition. That might be funny. All right, Drunk Lily, if you're Australian, meeting Metallica... Wait, that's AC/DC. AC/DC is the Australian one. That's actually really fucking cool. If you were, since you're Australian and you said, oh, my dad met AC/DC, I'd be like, who the fuck in Australia hasn't met AC/DC? But Metallica, different. That's cool. I've been lucky where I haven't had to meet too many celebrities, especially because I am, I'm kind of dumb. So I wouldn't want to make famous people have to go through that, especially with, they'd see this. These bags, sometimes they're not ruffled properly. Yeah, we're going to finish the bag and then the stream will end. I'm not going to say the thank yous yet because I think last week I said thank you 8 times.
What about vanilla?
No.
Okay.
It's gotta be the right one. Sorry, just reminding Nicole. Okay. If your dad saw Queen live once, that's fucking amazing. That's so fucking cool. Yeah, it sucks. We can't see Queen now because the music died. But somebody told me the other day that the Adam Lambert Queen stuff is pretty good. I'm like, yeah, okay, it's pretty good. It's not fucking Freddie Mercury good. I don't care. Adam Lambert, very talented person, very good singer. I think he was part of Muse. Muse? But that's not Freddie Mercury level. Fuck that. Oh, we got another sticker. It's another mask. I need to put mask number 6. Shockingly, it is not a Bionicle mask. Really sad. Yeah, exactly. Adam Lambert is fucking awesome. Sorry. Adam Lambert is probably fucking awesome. But not Freddie Mercury. So I was trying to hear the TV upstairs. I thought my wife was watching Mando for some reason again. We already watched Mando earlier, and I won't say anything about who's in it, but Casey of Casey and the Sunshine Band at Ontario Place. Denise, I'm going to completely destroy you when it comes to your age. I have no idea who the fuck that is. No idea. No. My wife told me, fuck you, when she heard that I don't know who Casey and the Sunshine Band is. Let's look up Casey and the Sunshine Band. Casey and the Sunshine Band. Yeah, I got no idea what's going on here. What the fuck? Okay, that was weird. Yeah, I don't want to see that again. Okay. I got enough of Casey and the Sunshine Band with a quick Google. I saw an image of what they look like. I looked it up and I still don't know.
Difficult fucking container to open.
Why was it so difficult?
I don't fucking know. It was just really fucking on there.
Oh, okay. Well, I've had the moment of being a bad Canadian. So obviously, my wife has brought me a shot of maple syrup to remind me that I am Canadian indeed. It's a nice amber one. Definitely a Quebec. Very nice. That's a very nice one. There we go. Now I'm Canadian again. In case I forgot. Although I wish Michael Chan was here to tell me to take my shot. Kevin Creamer has arrived. The creamiest of boys is the Hobby Hooligan, also known as the Kevin Creamster. Kevin Creamsicle, if you will. Nicole was here for about 2 seconds, and then she fucked off. She brought me my shot of maple syrup. Hey, Nicole, Kevin says hi.
Bye.
Nicole says hi back. There you go. That's totally how things work too. When like somebody calls me on the phone or some shit, and they go, "How's Nicole?" And I go, "She says hi." So it's pretty fun. It was good maple syrup actually. Like that's the shit you get at Costco. It's really funny that like Costco, decent syrup. Also, I used to buy like this canned amber syrup. That was really good. But Costco one's cheaper and it's still decent, so yeah. Take another shot for the Creamster. I wish, but I have one shot waiting for Michael Chan. I owe him a shot. And Denise and also nobody else has guessed the secret word. Secret word is an animal that lives in the ocean. Now, that being said, it is not like a specific animal. It's not a plant. It is more like, since we're pretty much done the stream and Denise really wants to get this, it's a classification of animal in the ocean that is not mammal. So, you know, that leaves like one other classification that pretty much almost everything in the ocean is. But it's weird because technically this isn't a real classification of animal. We kind of just call anything in the ocean this type of animal. And it's really silly because like what it is doesn't truly exist. But, you know, that's just life sometimes, isn't it? Sometimes you don't know what you're truly gonna get. Shit. Like that. Water? Amphibian? Fuck. Sorry, I got distracted. No, it's not an amphibian. How would water be? That's not a class of animal, Denise. What type of animal is this? It's water. Okay, give more guesses. Amphibian is a very good dress. Good dress. It's a very good guess, Drunk Lily. It is not an amphibian. I wish it was an amphibian because then I would have to deal with it. But no, we're very close. There's another thing other than amphibians and mammals that's in the ocean. Also, I really don't... Are there amphibians in the ocean? I guess there's sea turtles, aren't there? That's just food for thought, isn't it? I've also been watching Shadow and Bone Season 2 came out on Netflix. God damn, that show is terrible. And I just keep watching it. Wow. I think I'm missing a piece, guys. Nope, I found it. I'm done. Yeah, I'm still watching Shadow and Bone. I don't know why. The show's terrible. But Netflix keeps going, hey, do you want to watch another? I go, fuck yeah, put on another Shadow and Bone. And I watch another episode and I go, what the hell am I watching? Yeah, Nicole has to be watching The Mandalorian. There's no fucking way what I'm hearing is not. Hey, Nicole, are you watching The Mandalorian?
No.
What the fuck has this good music? What you watching?
Hilda.
What?
Hilda.
She's watching Hilda. That's fucking banger music. I could hear the bass. I think actually the music was done by Grimes, who was with Elon Musk for a bit, so kind of gross. You know, it makes sense that her name is Grimes, because now she's a little grimy. Ah! Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have to live with this brain, so It's much easier for you guys who just pop in and watch Quick Build After Dark for a few minutes. Oh, fuck. Building more faces. There's a lot of faces. It's been a little while since I've watched Indiana Jones. Very embarrassing. I should be watching it again soon. But do you ever feel like with classic movies, you start putting them on and you're not really watching them anymore? Like the amount of times I've watched Star Wars recently, like, oh, the AT-AT comes out, so I put on The Empire Strikes Back. I put on The Empire Strikes Back and watch the whole movie, and then like the movie finishes and I go, oh, it's already done? Weird. But then again, I kind of watch Star Wars in the way that like every time Luke's about to say something goofy, I go, oh, Luke. But that's no fair, Master Yoda. That's how Luke talks throughout all those movies. Like, it's actually so funny that, like, we forgot that Mark Hamill was a whiny little bitch in Star Wars because Christian Haydenson showed up and was way bigger of a whiny bitch, and suddenly we were all like, wow, Luke wasn't that bad. But if you watch those movies and just, like, ignore the whole Anakin exists after this thing, it's fucking incredible how much of a whiny bitch Luke is. Like, literally, Yoda shows up and starts eating his food, and he goes, hey, that's my dinner! And the way he's like, ah, is so fucking funny. And I'm pretty sure it's why when we're watching that movie, Nicole will kind of, like, start tuning out the movie when Yoda shows up, because she knows I'm about to go, hey, that's my dinner! Right, Nicole?
Yeah.
She said, yeah. Ooh, smoked salmon. That's pretty awesome. Oh, Kevin, you can go to the Brick Shack in Grimsby if you want to buy some Lego. That's a good spot. Still talking to him about Bricks in the Six. I've known Jamie, the owner of the Brick Shack, for a long time. He's a person that I have acquainted myself with on many occasions. And you can go there to buy Lego. Pretty cool little store. Also, it's cool that your dad is moving. I don't know where he's moving. I know where you moved. I actually have a buddy in your neighborhood that I should get you in touch with. That would be, well, in your neck of the woods. I wouldn't say neighborhood, just the same town, given it's Ontario, and that town is like very small compared to mine. I'm sure you'd be the best of buds very quickly. So what else am I doing? Also, fucking Jeffrey Coleman moved over there, who you might know. Okay, there's our local section of Quick Build After Dark. Going to continue on with this build. It's just a lot of faces here. I think like darts blow out of the faces. That makes sense. Kevin was also talking about having his first smoked salmon. That is a mind-blowing moment. Smoked salmon is an interesting thing to have. I love smoked salmon. It's like the best. If you have it with like some capers, some cream cheese on a bagel, you know, you got some little schmutz on there. You throw some lox up in that bitch. Very good. Which is actually really sad because I did not get invited to anybody's Passover this week. And I was like, the fuck? Where are my Jews at? Where are my Jews at? Sorry, my buddy taught me that when you say the word Jews, you need to end it on a high note so it sounds positive. Because if you say like Jews, it sounds negative and horrible. And I thought that was really funny. But like, where are my Jews at? Inviting me to Passover this week. I could have had some schmutz and some salmon on a fucking bagel. That would have been primo. But instead, I'm here in my white guilt. Sticker number 9. But instead, I'm just building a Lego set of a white guy stealing shit from the natives, which is super colonizer move. Funny move to do. Also, shit, I just realized I had a meeting at 9 p.m. So we're not going to finish this bag today. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming. I am 20 minutes late for a meeting, so I fucked up a little bit. I hope that you all have a lovely evening. Thank you again for showing up. We couldn't do it without you, although I would still do it without viewers. So have a good one. And Denise, the word was fish. It was very, very obvious on purpose. Bye, everybody. Have a beautiful time. I gotta hit it twice.